margins, Brad. That's how the 16-13 Cardinals have to play.
Yeah, I think it comes down to having a good game plan. We'll see early on what that is against Chandler. My guess is it's going to be able to jump the fastball. You saw the percentages. He throws it nearly 60% of the time. Got to be ready for that at the top of the zone.
So the Cardinals at 16-13. They're 9-5 on the road. The Cardinals, one of 3 big league clubs with a negative run differential, yet a winning record. That's because of those little things they have done so well. As you look at the Pirates, Connor Griffin is their superstar young shortstop. Brandon Lau is at second. Horwitz and Gonzalez on the infield corners. Joey Bart gets the start behind the plate. And it's Reynolds, Cruz, and O'Hearn left to right in a soggy outfield here in Pittsburgh. It's been raining all day, but some patches of blue sky overhead. Looks like we'll have no interruptions tonight, with a day game to follow here tomorrow. Big cheer for J.J. Weatherholt, who digs in at PNC Park. And Roy Rubin, Bubba Chandler's first is on the way, and it's a strike. "24 innings, just 20 hits allowed by Chandler. One thing to keep an eye on, he can be wild."
Right on time. 16 walks in those 24 innings as opposed to 21 strikeouts. So really need to hone in on your zone. What are you looking to hit? What area are you looking to hit early? If it's not there, let him hurt himself.
Tough one for Bubba Chandler last time out. The Rangers touched him for 6 runs, 7 hits in just 4 innings, including a couple of homers and 3 walks. And Weatherholt knows how to take ball 4. He's done that 16 times. Leads the Cardinals in runs scored with 25. And cracks that one off to the left. And that will curl into a light crowd in Pittsburgh. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, lefties have had the most success so far off of Bubba Chandler. Is that fan very excited as he fought off no one to get that ball. But nice work. But lefties 867 OPS, righties against him 614.
Big high leg kick, and another pop-up is out of play. What's been so fun with Weatherholt, not just his on-base ability, he's handled lefties, and when he's really cooking, he has deep counts. Here we are again. He'll see at least 6 pitches to start the game. Big gap in right center as Chandler goes to work and got him with a high heat at 98 up and out of the zone. JJ's down on strikes, and that's how game 3 starts.
Well, again, with Chandler, you know you're going to get a lot of this. This one looked tantalizing out of the hand, was above the zone, and got him to go up there to get his first strikeout of the night.
Ivan Herrera scored 3 runs in the first 2 games of the series. A .414 on base percentage for the Cardinals catcher tonight. He's batting .238 with 4 homers and has knocked in 13 men.
Another close one there on Herrera. Guy's been hit a ton. 8 hit by pitches on the season. He's also got himself a 15-game on base streak currently.
That's one way to do it. 1 ball, no strikes. This keeps up. He and Weatherholt should have a target endorsement before the end of the year. They've been drilled a lot.
I don't think it's what they're trying to do up there, but neither one of them is going to shy away from a pitch on the inner half.
Herrera left foot on the outside portion of the right-hand batter's box. Squares up with the pitch and took one under the chin. That's as deep as you can get. You can understand, as hard as Bubba Chandler throws, you want every millimeter you can play with.
Well, especially when you know you're hunting that fastball, you're going to have to make him prove that he can throw any of his secondary pitches in the strike zone. If you're seeing spin early, you're letting it go.
Cardinals are going to see plenty of heat tonight and tomorrow. Chandler in game 3, Paul Skeens in the wrap-up. 3 balls and a strike, bases empty. And same spots as Laz Diaz. That fills it up. Diaz, the crew chief and home plate umpire tonight.
It's on me. I forgot he called. It's on me. I forgot that he called it the first time. When he came in. It's on me. I understand. It's on me. It's on me.
Love that. Diaz made a mistake and let everybody know that the confusion was his fault. 3-2. And did he go? He did. Herrera thought the ball was in the dirt. And he's going to ask for a little help from Diaz, but gets no satisfaction. There's strikeout number 2.
Pretty good slider right there from Bubba Chandler. We'll take a look at this one from the side. Did he go? Yeah, definitely went. That one did not hit the dirt.
Here's your team RBI leader, Alec Burleson. And he's going to roll over to the right side. Chandler sprints to the bag, and a couple of strikeouts and a ground out later. He's got his first scoreless inning of Game 3. Andre Palante goes to work in Pittsburgh. No score. Andre Palante is the man on the mound for the Cardinals. He's trying to put together 3 straight solid starts and, by the way, win his 3rd game of the year.
He was solid last time out. 8 strikeouts against Seattle. Take a look at his pitch arsenal and the usage. 4-seam slider, sinker, knuckle curve, and split finger for Andre Palante. I thought he used his arsenal very well. Used his right hand, or used his sinker to get in on some right-handers. The slider was virtually unhittable last time out for Andre Palante. So some more of that against this Pirates lineup,
which has thunder at the top. O'Neal Cruz hit a home run here last night. Nick Gonzalez has really impressed me at 3rd base for Pittsburgh. He's picked up a bucket full of hits in the first 2 games. We'll see if Palante can control him. And the first Cruz is low, and Palante's night is underway. Cruz, 9 homers, 25 RBIs. He's top 5 in those 2 offensive categories in our league. Cruz couldn't go in Game 1 because of illness and lost his helmet. He tried to hit that one over the Allegheny River and came up empty.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's done that yet. I didn't see that on the list if anybody's hit it over the water, but he was going for it. You know this with O'Neal Cruz, when he gets it, he gets it. He's a StatCast darling. He's got the hardest hit baseball all season long, 119-mile-an-hour double off the wall.
That just missed. Let's check out our Home Depot, the Home Depot, working on a win feature. There are those StatCast stars. There's that one fouled at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. James Wood having a great year for the Nationals. We got him hot at Nationals Park, and he hasn't stopped hitting since.
The impressive part, too, with the young James Wood, he's taking his walks. He leads the league in walks as well. So not only does he hit the ball hard, he can hit homers, but he is selective in doing so.
That's blooped down the left field line. That's the difference between Wood and O'Neill Cruz. 45 strikeouts, just 9 walks for the Pirates leadoff man, who has a low on base percentage, but red alert obviously with every pitch you throw out of the leadoff spot.
Yeah, and when he does get on base, you know he's a stolen base threat. 10 of those on the season.
So he'll see a 6th pitch, and he'll see a 7th. That missed inside, full count. That's something Palante would like to try to clean up. He usually has a lot of deep counts in a game and has walked 14 batters this season. Big pitch early on, and Cruz bounces that to third. Arias with a low throw, and Burley dug that out. So Palante gets it on the ground. When he's right, he gets a lot of those. Cruz is sent down, and 1 man away. Look at your Cardinals defense. Arias, Wynn, Weatherholt, and Burleson around the horn. Herrera behind the plate. Church, Scott, Walker left to right.
And we just saw the pick right there from Burleson. Burleson might have a Gold Glove in his future one of these days. He has worked really hard over there. He has made his entire infield better. He's picking everything.
Brandon Lau next, and takes upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. It's another one of those things we keep talking about. The Cardinals have been very sound defensively. Coming into play today, Ollie's squad has committed 14 errors in 29 games. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's important. This is a pitch to contact pitching staff, not just the starters, but the bullpen guys too.
No, overall, and we've talked about it, the details are going to matter more for this ball club than many others. They're going to be playing some very narrow games, some tight margins.
That's hung and hammered toward right. Walker got too close to the wall. It hits him on the back on the way back toward the infield. His throw to second dropped, and in safely is Lau with a double. Heck of a try by Walker, and Lau just able to beat the rapid second for a 1-out 2-bagger.
Well, it's a knuckle curveball that hangs up there to the veteran Brandon Lau. This thing is trouble. Jordan gets back to the wall. He knows with the chain link, though, that it's probably not going to bounce a ton. Ended up playing that really well, made it close at second base.
Walker with 4 assists on the year. The Cardinals outfield has been throwing out base runners aplenty. Not that time, though. And Brian Reynolds bats with a runner aboard and 1 out. Reynolds 2 for 7 so far in the series. Strike 1. Reynolds, of all the Pirates, has seen Palante the most, and Andres had good luck against him. He's given up 4 hits and 23 at bats to Brian head-to-head, but 2 of those hits are homers. And Herrera thought that one grazed corner, so how about this? A first-inning challenge. Herrera's trying to steal a second strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile. Let's see if eagle-eyed Ivan Herrera's right. And he was.
Well, if you're going to use one early, you definitely want to be right. We saw that in the ball game yesterday. O'Neill Cruz, the first at-bat of the game for the Pirates, utilized a challenge and was wrong. That kind of changes your math going forward.
No balls, 2 strikes. And this one on the ground slowly to second. That'll get the runner to third. And that changed the algebra for Reynolds, as Ivan Herrera now 10 out of 11 in ABS challenges as a catcher. That's a nice percentage.
It's very good, and catchers percentage-wise across baseball far better than anybody else, hitters and pitchers. You would imagine that, right? That would be the thought, that they'd get more of them right. I think they're averaging just over 60%.
Ryan O'Hearn is the cleanup man for Pittsburgh. First run of the game potentially 90 feet away and in for a strike.
Well, for Andre Palante, your Toyota key to the game, keep them spinning. I'm talking about that slider, talking about that curveball from Palante. Opposition hitting 118 against the slider, 143 against the knuckle curve. Those have been the pitches in big spots. There's that knuckle curve, just misses under the bottom of the zone, but he's had really good feel for those pitches all season long. Been really tough for the opposition to square him up.
O'Hearn, 5th in the league in hitting at .323 for the year. And a hit in 8 of 9 games. The Pirates have been very productive in the first 2 innings. They've outscored their opponents by 27 runs in innings 1 and 2. Outfield straight away for O'Hearn here with 2 outs. Marcell Ozuna would be next. He's the Pittsburgh designated hitter. Ozuna bats right-handed. O'Hearn lefty. Good pitch. There's that spin you were talking about, partner. Full count.
Good slider down and in there on the lefty O'Hearn.
So Palante a nod of the head as Las Diaz reminds him of the count. On the ground, JJ's got that, and Palante works around the double. Good work for the Cardinals starter, Andre Palante, with a first inning 0 of his own. We go to the second.
At the Home Depot.
The heart of the Cardinals order was great last night. Hope they can do that again in Game 3. Jordan Walker is part of that trio, and he's tonight's Bet365 betting odds. The over-under for Walker. Can he pick up a hit? He's got 2 of them in the series and has knocked in 3 runs. And had a good rip there. Good swing. And fouled straight back.
Well, you liked how he was able to do it in the ball game yesterday. His first RBI single was through the 5-6 hole on the left side. Jumped a fastball in the inner half. Later in the game, went the other direction. Hard ground ball through the right side, showing that he's staying on that pitch away again.
That's in for a strike. Last night, Burleson, Walker, and Gorman combined to drive in 9 runs. They scored 4. Jordan had 2 singles and a sac fly, scored a run and stole a base.
See Jordan right there too. He wanted to use that challenge so bad at that pitch at the bottom of the zone. He stopped himself. Probably a good thing. It was in the zone at the bottom.
Back and out of play. The player goes through the ebbs and flows offensively. Jordan had that torrid start, then had about 3 or 4 games where he was striking out an awful lot. Brant Brown got him back in the hitting lab and had the old side-by-side. Hey, here's what you look like when things were going well. Here's what you look like now. Let's see if you can match things up. And he has. Much better if swings and takes.
Great example right there, Chip. That was a sweeper just off the plate away. Able to recognize it, leave it there. Have to imagine throughout this at bat, that's exactly where Chandler is going to continue to try to go, get him out of way, make him beat you to that side.
So that's 2 at 97 or better that Walker has fouled straight back to the screen against Bubba Chandler. Let's see if he can straighten one out here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. A changeup. That's a 92-mile-an-hour changeup. My, oh my, has the game changed. That is strikeout number 3.
Ragger, real nice, 92, and pulled the string. Settled it just like the fastball. I think you were looking for spin the other direction and couldn't stay on that one. Good offering right there.
Gorman's your batter. He hit a home run here. He's 2 away from 80 in the big leagues. Still no confirmation, Brad, as to whether his ball actually ended up in the river or not.
It's going to be hard to get confirmation at this point. Got a feeling that somebody got that souvenir one way or other. A human walking on the path or a fish.
1-0 count. There you go. Nope. 2 balls, no strikes.
We did, in fact, get confirmation, though, that Victor Scott II, his blast did go into the Allegheny. So he is officially on the list.
Good eye. 3-0 for the Cardinals designated hitter. 3 RBIs for Gorman in the series. And a .221 batting mark. Cardinals looking for the first base runner. And they'll have it with ball 4. So Chandler walks his 17th man. Mason Witt is next. He's been on a tear at the plate. Last 13 games, Mason Witt has 2 or more hits in 6 of them. And starting, Brett, I think to use the whole field a little more frequently.
Yeah, you're seeing him stay on the pitch middle away better instead of trying to yank it. That's when he gets into some trouble, is when he's trying to pull everything. You know, he's got big time pull power, but he can also use the right side with authority.
Tried to there, but pops it up. Horwitz will give way at second. Lau is there and handles that at the waist and foul territory, and Mason's retired. And Nathan Church is next. Nathan's on a nice run. He's got 14 hits in his last 11 games. He's hitting with power. He's been outstanding defensively. Let's see if he can keep the inning alive. He's popped 5 homers this year.
Just a super toolsy player, too. Also has 3 infield hits, can utilize that speed.
And that one popped into the raindrops, which have begun. It's a misting rain at the moment.
I gotta be honest, I looked down for a second to write something in my scorebook. I looked up and like, am I messed up right now? What just happened? Did a fog roll in, or is that my head again? But nope, it's raining.
That makes you feel better. The pitch is cut on and missed. It's 0-2. This guy's got a legitimate fastball. And key for him, like so many, get ahead in the count. He's way ahead of Church here. And fouled away. When Bubba Chandler's ahead of his opposing batter, their average 108. When he falls behind, 348.
Well, Church fouled off a really tough one right there. That was 98. It was on the corner, but on his hands.
Wonder what Las Diaz was asking Chandler about. Mount looks to be in good shape. So after their quick chat, we're back to work here as the wind picks up, blowing ever so slightly out towards center. And Church, good pass at that.
Well, at some point, right, the hope is make a mistake over the middle. That one up above the zone, but he saw that fastball and wanted to take a rip at it, especially 0-2. Got to protect.
Gorman takes off, and Church fouled it away. That's a shame. Cardinals have a tell on Chandler, and Gorman had second stolen, and Nathan couldn't lay off, but he's still alive.
Yeah, he was battling right with 2 strikes. Gorman almost could have walked in. He got 7 or 8 strides before Chandler even picked up his foot.
That has been one of the most exciting and maybe underreported facets of this Cardinals team, Brad. Their ability to take the extra 90 almost every time.
Very opportunistic, right? This club will take it if you're going to give it to them. They know their outfield arms really well. They go first to third really well. The tendencies with the pitcher, that happens too. Even on that one, so Gorman had it stolen. Little foul ball that gets in the head of the pitcher too. All right, I got to be faster. Oh, what am I doing? What are the tendencies? All of a sudden that pressure can amount to something left over the middle of the plate in a count like this.
2-2. Tata swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings for Bubba Chandler. Cardinals strand their first base runner, and we are still scoreless. Let's all play ball. Don't miss Play Ball Weekend coming up on June 5th through the 7th, encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play. You can visit playball.org to register for a free event near you today. Marcell Ozuna is the Pirates' designated hitter, and whacks that one foul at the plate. No balls and a strike. 8 RBIs for Ozuna. They've all come in his last 8 games.
Slow start here so far for Ozuna. 21 homers a year ago. You know how dangerous this guy has been in the past. We're looking for some sort of offensive production. Made a lot of changes to this lineup. Now, the lineup hasn't clicked here for Don Kelly's Pirates as much as they were hoping early on. But you add Ryan O'Hearn to a 2-year deal. You add Ozuna in as this backswing here of Ozuna, I think, catches Herrera. Oh, jeez.
No balls, 2 strikes. Herrera happy he has that hockey style mask, and he has to dodge another long backswing from Ozuna as it's still 0-2.
Yeah, you can laugh about it or you can just stop doing it, one or the other.
Ozuna, some big years with the Braves. Of course, he spent a couple of seasons with the Cardinals, also in Miami. So he's added some thump in the middle of this lineup. That was the problem for the Pirates. They had a terrific year pitching wise, but at or near the bottom in all the important offensive categories last season.
Top 3 pitching staff last year. So it just kind of tells you the desperate need they had for offensive help.
He's putting up a fight here to stay alive. Oz Diaz out in front of the plate. He's given Herrera a bit of a break. He's taking some punishment with the bat of Ozuna, and the ball's bouncing around off the dirt. Shattered bat. And Palante has his 4th out on the ground in the game. That was nice to see. Broke the bat of Ozuna, one away.
Such a good location here for Palante, and this is where he's going to end up having a lot of success if he can run that sinker in on the hands of the right-handers. A dangerous hitter. You want to make sure you're not leaving that over the plate. That was a great spot. Take a look at it again. This sinker running in at 95 miles an hour just eats up Ozuna. That's one way Herrera won't get hit by that backswing.
Here's Nick Gonzalez. This guy's 5'8", but he packs a punch. 5 hits in the series and a couple of RBIs. He's riding a career-high tying hit streak, which stands at 9 games in a row.
Yeah, he's putting up some big-time numbers, too, and he is a bit of a free swinger, but he's able to shorten up with 2.
Three hits in the series opener for Gonzalez. 2 more hits last night. Let's keep him under control. He's batting 5th. On the ground. That should do it. Arias will gather it up. Wet baseball, no trouble. Like what Palante's doing. It's ground ball after ground ball to start.
Dude, same pitch right there to Nick Gonzalez. Another sinker at 96 in his kitchen. That is obviously effective for the ground ball. It's also going to be very effective to set up sliders later in counts.
Why do they say in the kitchen? Why couldn't it be the living room?
You know what? That's a great question. And I don't have the answer to that. I can make one up for you.
Okay.
Or I will find out. But it's obviously in his kitchen. Living room's a little bit too comfy.
Sharply hit to first. It's going to be 6 ground ball outs, and Horowitz is retired, and so are the Pirates. 3 up, 3 down. Our first chance to work on the old Google machine. That's always fun. We're back for the 3rd inning of Game 3 after the break.
School of Nursing.
Scoreless, we head to the third inning. It's time now for our Wells Fargo Active. Mike, let's join our pal Danny Wexelman.
Chip, thank you so much. I have catcher Pedro Pages joining me now, and I thought it would be really interesting to hear your perspective of the profiles of some of the guys that you get to catch on this team. And I wanted to start with Leahy from last night. So 9 swings and misses, curveball got 3 strikeouts. Walk me through what that pitch looks like from your perspective.
I think it just has good depth on it. He's able to just mix it whenever we can. That's the biggest thing, I think, with all these guys that we have. It's like being able to use these pitches in different counts and just mixing and matching when we need to. And then obviously it gets more effective as long as we can use them at any count. Yesterday it was biting really good, had a lot of down action, and it was something that we noticed that earlier. We was able to use it, and he got a lot of swing and miss with it.
The sweeper also looked good. 3 swings and misses with that pitch. How does that profile to you?
Same thing. It's another one, too, that it's a big field pitch for these guys. Like, the bigger the pitch, I feel the bigger the feel it is for them. So if they have a good feel for it that day, it's something that we could take advantage of early. If we see that, we just take advantage of it and just get farther and farther away. If people are chasing it, swinging it, missing it a lot, we're going to take advantage of that and use it, and that's something we did a lot yesterday.
I know your staff appreciates you a lot because they're throwing seeds at you right now. You and I talked about getting to know Dustin May. You got a new guy on your staff, and what that process looks like. How does it look? We're at game 30 this season. How does it look so far?
It's been fun. It's been fun getting to know him more and more. I think every outing we're getting closer and closer to where we want to be together, and it's something that just obviously the more you work with him, the more I'm going to get to know how he likes to work, what he likes to use, and just obviously every day is a little different because they have different feels for different pitches, but at the end of the day it's just getting that relationship going, and we're doing a good job of that, and every day we just keep getting better together.
The sinker-sweeper combination for him, his 2 breaking balls, what do you see from that perspective?
Yeah, I think those are his 2 power pitches, the sinker and sweeper, but we also have the cutter, we also have a four-seam, we also have a curveball now, and a changeup, so it's something that we're going to mix and match and just kind of use different pitches whenever we need to, just to keep him off those 2 main pitches of them. So it's just something that we're just going to keep playing with it and just finding right times to use different pitches, but he's done a great job and we're going to keep doing that.
How much work do you do to get ready, especially for a guy like May who's got such a diverse pitch mix?
It's a lot of work. A lot of people don't realize how much catching, how much work we have to put in off the field, just the night before the game, the day of the game, whatever, prepare before the series. And it's just a lot of information. They give us a lot of information, and we still got to go in there, watch video, and analyze it ourselves. So it's something that we take very serious as a group of catchers. We talk a lot before every series. We have a little meeting, just us 3 catchers. We go over some stuff, and it's something that it's helped us, and we just have a plan, and we're able to go out there and execute it.
I've seen a few times, so Dustin May will stop and take a breath, but I've also seen you come out. What's important in a conversation when you go to the mound for your pitcher?
It depends on that guy. I think it's something that at the end of the day, if it depends on the guy. So, like, if I have to get on them knowing that maybe with Libby I could be a little more aggressive because I can be with him. He could take that the right way. With Leahy, I'm going to be a little more calm because he's just a calmer guy. It just depends. With May, I'm going to be a little more aggressive too because he likes that, like, fire in him. So it's just obviously knowing your pitcher, knowing how they are and how they act. That it's just at the end of the day, go out there and depending on the situation. If I have to keep him loose, I keep him loose. If I have to get on them, I get on them. And it's just knowing them.
Yeah, let's go to Libby for a second. So adding a pitch in the offseason, but being able to diffuse batters in different ways. His slider, changeup also working well. How have you seen him grow this season with those pitches?
No, it's something that he's done a great job of just kind of, we're trying to play with them. You know, it's something that's feel, like I said, it's a lot of these pitches come with feel, and it's something that the more they use them, the more they throw them, the better they're going to feel with them. And the confidence they get by using them in games and getting results out of them gives them confidence to keep using it more. So I think he's done a great job. It's something that he takes a lot of pride in. He works every week a lot just to get ready for the next start, and I give him a lot of credit to that.
So 2 other catchers on this team, Ivan Herrera, who's catching tonight, and Joel Pozo. How much fun is it having 3 catchers on this team?
Oh, we have a great time, man. You know, we have a great group. We get along. All of us get along great. We have a healthy competition between each other. It's just something that keeps motivating us to get better. At the end of the day, we're here to help the team win, and we know that. We take that with pride, and we're just, at the end of the day, help each other out just to get the team to win.
Pedro, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chip.
Thank you, Danny. Pedro's a terrific kid. He does a great job with the staff. And he's looking on as the Cardinals try to strike first here. An example of what we were talking about early in the game. Arias forced a walk, fly ball to left. The Cardinals had a chance to take an extra 90 feet and did.
Yeah, we'll see if this one ends up turning into a run, but the Cardinals have given themselves pretty much every opportunity to take advantage of the opposition. A deep drive to the track, you move up 90 feet. I love what Pedro was talking about too with the relationships and on a staff. I love that the catcher psychology part of it, of knowing what a guy needs. Yadier Molina was obviously one of the best ever to do it. He'll be on his way to Cooperstown, but he was so good at knowing who needed to get motivated, who he could jump on. I mean, all of that is a very important aspect of the game, is that relationship in game with your pitcher.
So they're the Fighting Planets from Mars High School. J.J. Weatherholt's alma mater. He's in the box with a 2-2 count. Runner at second. And he strokes that to left. That's well hit. That is out of reach of Reynolds. That'll bang off the sidewall. Weatherholt's got a double. The Cardinals lead 1-0.
I love it. High school represent right here, and JJ going backside again with a double. Remember, double in the left center gap yesterday. That's when you know he is on. He's starting to stroke the ball the other way. This is a fastball at 99 chip on the outer half and up, and he's able to stroke it off the wall.
Reynolds gave a good run after that ball, but it kept tailing away from him, and Weatherholt has knocked in his 15th run with his 4th double. And it all starts with that walk, and it starts with a productive out for Victor Scott II. So the Cardinals strike first, 1-0 in the 3rd inning. And Ivan Herrera is your batter. The Cardinals now starting their 2nd time through the order against Bubba Chandler. One ball, no strikes. Now, the only thing Danny couldn't get in with her interview with Pajas was about his flying feet. He's 2 out of 2 in stolen bases
Yeah,
this
just
year.
ripping bags. Nice work.
Cardinals have 22 of those. Weatherholt big lead at second. Buccos try to keep him close. Pick off play, and they throw it to center field. But Weatherholt can't advance. Thrown so hard, Cornel Cruz only had to come in a couple of steps, and he's got a strong arm.
Yeah, not necessarily the guy in center field you want to test on that one.
So Cruz throws that baseball away. Anything hit to the outfield is going to be waterlogged. That might be something else to factor in, even on a hard hit ball to the outfielders. You know, Pop Warner in the third base coaching box thinking about that for the Cardinals. 1 ball, no strikes. And they're starting to wait Chandler out here. It's 2-0. Lots of crooked numbered innings for the Cardinal offense in this series. Maybe they can put one together here in the 3rd. They had 4 of those last night, and of course the 4-run 9th inning to break what was then a 36-inning scoreless streak in this ballpark. They haven't stopped scoring since. 3 balls and a strike. And him off stride, popped up. That one is headed for the seats, and we'll try again with a full count.
You'd have to imagine the Cardinals, their offense had a little pent-up frustration after that one. That 4th inning, or the 9th inning, the 4-run unanswered. That was beautiful in game 1.
Full count. And Herrera fouled that off. That almost hit him. And Ivan, as we showed you earlier, has been plunked 8 times already.
Chip, I think safe to say that was also in his kitchen.
Yeah,
did you come up with the?
I didn't.
Who did?
But AI.
Okay.
Has the answer.
All right, look at you stepping up.
Which will give you after this 3-2 pitch. And strike 3. Herrera's going to challenge. He thought it was ball 4. He taps the helmet. Let's see if he's right. How close is this? ABS powered by T-Mobile. Play the lottery, Yvonne. Look at that. Less than 1/10 of an inch.
A no-doubter for Herrera early. Look at the smile on Ollie's face. We've joked about it a lot. We talked to Ollie about this yesterday, about his approach with his guys using the challenge system. He goes, honestly, we've been less restrictive than maybe other clubs. We trust in our guys to be smart when they utilize it, and Herrera's used it well.
So 3 walks in the game, 2 in the inning, and it sets up for Burleson Alec rolled out to end the first inning. He'd like a little revenge here. The Cardinals lead 1-0 on a Weatherholt double. JJ's at second. The pitch is right there, a strike.
Well, pretty good. Highest win percentage on challenges as a catcher. 91%, tied with Mitch Garver.
That's to first. Tricky hop. Throw to second one. Return to first is intercepted. And the Cardinals have him first and third with 2 out.
You don't see that one very often.
Nope.
Well, Chandler got Burleson to bounce out. The off-balance throw there. Griffin tried to turn 2 and wasn't going to be able to get him anyhow. That one, as you said, intercepted by the former quarterback.
So 2 outs, runners at the corners for Jordan Walker. He struck out to start his night. Swing high, fly ball hit toward right. That's at the track, at the wall, and the ballpark just big enough to hold it. Walker just missed. O'Hearn gathers that in, but not before the Cardinals cash in a leadoff walk. J.J. Weatherholt with a double and his 15th RBI to give St. Louis a 3rd inning lead.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
We thank you for watching Cardinals TV, presented by Bet365 with Danny Wexelman and Brad T. Chip Carey with you from Pittsburgh. The Cardinals enjoy a 1-0 lead. Palante's been excellent. Everything so far on the ground.
Yeah, man, that's how Andre's been living. You go back to when he broke into the big leagues. I believe he's got the highest ground ball percentage among any pitcher. It's a great way to get deep into ball games too, especially if you can get some weak contact early. And that sinker has been really good against the right-handers.
These two guys are going to match up for a long time in our division. Connor Griffin for the Pirates, J.J. Weatherholt for the Cardinals. Griffin hit his first home run here last night. It was a well-struck ball into the seats in right center, just to the left of the out-of-town scoreboard. This kid homered on his birthday. For his first in the show, the pitch is in the air to center and right at Victor Scott. There's your first flyout. And Palante set down 6 men in a row. All right, got the answers to why the Google machine says in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Preferred, right? It's pitch thrown high and tight directly into batter's hands or torso. And because it jams the hitter, forcing them to uncomfortable close quarters maneuvering, metaphorically cooking them or getting into their personal space, similar to being crowded in a small kitchen.
All right, I don't know if I'm buying all that, but it makes as much sense as anything that we've said.
Yeah.
So
probably more. Let's get right down to it. Joey Bart is the batter and lines to right. Walker, good jump. He's going to play that on a hop. So Bart got jammed. His first career hit against Palante, a soft single to right. And the second Pirates hit of the game. So you're not buying that explanation?
No, I think it's as good as any.
Okay.
I don't know what I was like looking for there necessarily. Very anticlimactic, actually.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Here's Oneil Cruz. He's 0 for 1. And takes strike. I do owe you an apology
For saying my name wrong
No, I've gotten
yesterday.
past that. Glad you have.
Have
too.
you? Because you keep saying Brad T
No.
instead of my name.
Can't mess that up. Paddle Wheeler going by in the Allegheny River off to our right. You were joking about Jupiter having rings, and I called you out on that.
Well, Saturn. Saturn's the one, right?
But you said Jupiter
I know,
first.
I was right.
Yeah, about Saturn. And Jupiter does have faint planetary rings composed of 3 main segments.
Told you.
So,
Big planet has rings.
Yeah.
Read a book one time. Speaking of that, is Pluto a planet still?
I think so.
Or is that gone now?
1-1. There's a strike. And Cruz adjusts the helmet, looks back at Las Diaz, and does a challenge.
Better watch yourself with that adjust. Maybe he learned his lesson from yesterday's challenge in his first at-bat that didn't go his way.
This is what Oneil Cruz did in Texas.
Some loud noises right off the top of the foul pole. He has got some big-time power. Got to be very, very careful of this guy. And he will expand, Chip. You mentioned it. He's got a ton of strikeouts, 45 of them.
1-2. Popped him up. This will be fun. Who wants it? It'll be Burleson. And Cruz pops out. Runner at first holds. 2 men down. I don't think I've ever seen a home run hit directly over the foul pole like that.
Yeah, right off the top.
Yeah. That's amazing. He's a tremendous talent. And the Pirates keep waiting for that breakout on both ends of the ball here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you do wonder. You wonder if sometimes generally if a guy's a strikeout guy, he's a strikeout guy, but off the top, that's kind of an odd fit. But he is a burner too.
Brandon Lau outside. 8 years ago, you'd think Cruz would be a 3-4-5 hitter in the major leagues, right? A big slugger, hit tons of home runs. But like Ronald Acuna Jr. say in Atlanta, instant offense at the start of the game. And gets that extra at bat when the lineup card flips over late. 2 balls, no strikes. Lau, Ozuna, O'Hearn, all offensive additions for the Pirates in the offseason. All 3 off to good starts. Another appeal and ball 3. Cardinals lead 1-0. A J.J. Weatherholt RBI double in the mist. Be careful here, 3-0. Bart blessed with catcher's speed, short lead at first, and Palante battles back. Now a full count. Six ground outs, 2 pop outs for Palante in the game. This will be a nice time for that first strikeout after he punched out 8 Mariners in his last game.
I like the idea too of sticking with that 4-seam fastball. Stay away from him. Either you do get him to swing through it or you get that ground ball.
The Cardinals back up at first. Bart bounces and goes, and the pitch hammered towards center, and Victor's got that on a back pedal, and Palante works around a 1-out single. He preserves a 1-0 Cardinal lead after 3. Jordan Walker, J.J. Weatherholt, Alec Burleson, and Mason Wynn headline the star-studded lineup of guest appearances at Cardinals Kids Clinics presented by Quick Trip. Registration's now open for kids age 6 to 13 of all skill levels. Sign up at cardinals.com/clinic. Scott Terry does an amazing job all around Cardinals Nation coordinating these clinics. Give us the Cardinals the future.
Yeah, look, they're so well organized. They are a blast. I really recommend it if you've got a kid that's a boy or girl that is into baseball. There's a couple of softball clinics as well. Sign up, be a part of it. The Cardinals alumni that do it, everybody has a blast. I love doing them. They're a lot of fun. So I hope to see you all summer long.
Nolan Gorman up for the second time. He took a walk his first trip to the plate. Bubba Chandler's walked 3 men. That's cost him 1 run. Palante with 3 scoreless innings as the Cardinals starter. Chandler's had some traffic in the second and third. We'd like a little more here as the misting rain continues to fall at PNC Park. That's rolled over toward the mound, and Chandler takes that to the bag for out number 1. It rains a lot here in Pittsburgh. It seems like any time a visiting team comes to town, there's inevitably a rain shower or two. Their grounds crew does an excellent job of keeping the field in tip-top shape. The infield looks dark, so that takes most of the moisture. You always keep your eye on the mound, which right now, Brad, looks pretty high and dry.
Yeah, it's in great shape. It is a bit of a mist. It's easy to say now because we're not standing in the middle of it, but looks very, very manageable at the moment.
Mason Wynn popped out. He's 0 for 1. It is 2-4, 10 in the series. After we play the Pirates tomorrow, we'll fly back to St. Louis, a great homestand. We'll have the Dodgers this weekend. Dodgers lost to the Marlins again, 3-2 today at Chavez Ravine. Then Milwaukee comes in. So we hope you make your plans. Join us at Busch Stadium. Cardinals playing exciting, fun, and unpredictable baseball, I think is the way to describe it.
Yeah, it's a different way to win seemingly each and every night, right? Ollie's club is doing all the little things right. Different heroes have emerged already throughout this young season.
And Mason takes a 4-pitch walk. So we're seeing it from Bubba Chandler. If you let him, he'll walk you. And drive up that pitch count. He's already up to 64 of them. And our Budweiser What's on Tap features this weekend's action against the Dodgers and a special night for everybody in Cardinals Nation. The Hall of Fame Reveal Show. Scott Warman and Bill DeWitt III will have that for you on Friday night at 6 o'clock.
Pretty special class, obviously. Can't wait to see who gets in.
That is such a special event at Ballpark Village. I have a feeling we might need a bigger venue. I'm told it will be at Busch Stadium for the induction ceremony later this summer or fall. So tune in Friday to get the official word on the Hall of Fame class of 2026. Here's Church. He struck out his first time up. Mason hands on knees, not going as Nathan takes a strike. They give Church a ton of room in right center field. And he hits it to straightaway center. O'Neill Cruz dodges the raindrops and puts that away. Back to first is Mason. 2 men are out. And Ramon Arias is your next batter. Cubs won today. They beat San Diego out west. 5-4 was that final. The Reds are losing at home to Colorado. Cincinnati having a great April. The Reds lead our division by a game and a half over Chicago.
It's just nice to finally see a division foe, isn't it?
Yeah. And the National League Central has been the toughest division in baseball in the first 3.5 weeks. Who would have thought that? Best divisional records. National League Central first, National League West second, AL East third. Everybody else under 500. No balls, 2 strikes for Arias, who scored the game's only run. It's 1-2.
Well, you can tell that Chandler's fighting himself a little bit. There have been a couple of times where he's looked back at the mound. As you mentioned, Chip, it is still drizzling here. I don't know if that has had any effect. Still looks to be in very, very good shape.
Swing and a miss. That changeup is awfully tough to pick up. That is his 5th strikeout. The Cardinals are done in the 4th, but lead game 3 by a run. One more game after tonight on this 4-game road trip in Pittsburgh. Cardinals don't mind playing away from Busch Stadium. They've been one of baseball's best away from home. That's our Hyundai in the driver's seat.
So far, so good for Ollie's Scrappy Ball Club, man. This group has been so much fun to be around, and just got to see how they go about their business day in and day out. The energy is always fantastic. The work is getting done. They got a young group that's pulling for each other. It's just been so much fun to watch these guys.
I'm the one that missed it. Okay, I missed it. Don't scream at me. Don't scream at him. He got it right.
The Pirates dugout. Barking at Las Diaz, who's protecting Eric Backus at third on that check swing call. No balls and a strike for the Buccos left fielder.
I know that in the minor leagues, I forget which league it is, but they are monitoring the check swings via virtual, with the idea of maybe that comes to the big leagues where that is done via replay as well. I don't want to see it happen personally, because I feel like we still need something to complain about with the umpires. We've taken everything away. Managers aren't getting thrown out anymore. Ollie's not able to donate money to all these various charities.
As he said, I've been a perfect angel.
He sure has, and I'm sick of it.
We keep reminding him, Ollie, think of the kids.
Yeah.
It puts it in perspective when you think about Bobby Cox, Hall of Famer, his great managerial career, as that's a strike, was thrown out a full regular season's worth of games, 162 of them.
That's doing it. That is doing it.
I mean that's Cal Ripken record type stuff. I don't think anybody's going to approach it as Palante comes back to get Reynolds, and there's that first strikeout. One man down in the Pirates' fourth.
Another good slider right here. A great adjustment. Last time up against Reynolds, it was a hanging curveball that he was able to hit off the wall. This time buries the harder slider.
O'Hearn rolled out to end the first inning, so he's 0 for 1. Palante, 6 ground outs, 3 pop outs, and now 1 strikeout. This one dumped down the left field line. It's been fun watching the adjustments and the improvements for Palante. Yes, still small sample size. This just his 6th start of the season. But for a team that has shown an uncanny ability to flush the previous day's game, win or lose, looks like Palante has put a disappointing season last year behind him as well.
Yeah, I think that Andre has done a better job over the last couple of years, actually, of making those adjustments quickly and getting right back to work. As this one hit to the left side, bobbled by Urias, and just legging it out over there at first is O'Hearn.
Guessing that had some spin on it. Wet baseball too, and that should be an error. We'll await the official scoring. And it is. Runner at first, 1 out. You could see the rooster tail of water as that ball made its way to third, and that little extra kick is what costs the Cardinals a base runner.
Yeah, it looked like it skipped up a little bit at the end.
So Ozuna bats. He rolled out his first time. And 1 ball, no strikes. Andre Palante has made the transition from the bullpen to a starter. Matthew Liberatore, bullpen to starter. Kyle Leahy is in the process of doing that this year, and the keyword, I think, is process. 1-0 pitch. Stayed high, ball 2. You have to trust that process once you've made that decision, and hopefully for Palante and the other men I mentioned, it'll pay off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it certainly has for Matthew Liberatore. They gave him that runway last year, and he really took off. Kyle Leahy, same idea. It was a really nice outing for him last night. Struck out 7, didn't walk anybody, ran into a little bit of trouble there in the 6th inning, but you have to give that runway out there.
Herrera thought that was a strike. Let's see if he's right. Not that time. Only the second time Herrera's been wrong behind the plate on an ABS challenge. So a 3-0 pitch is due. The designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. High in the air to right, but no carry to it. Walker's going to squeeze that. Ozuna swinging 3-0. Thank you. Back to first O'Hearn. 2 men are out. Palante's making a run, stand up on a nasty night. He's not out of the 4th yet. Nick Gonzalez stands in the way. Gonzalez is 0 for 1 with a ground ball out to 3rd. One ball, no strikes. Rolled foul. Nick Gonzalez. A 7th overall pick in the draft by the Pirates back in 2020. Debuted in 2023. Last year hit .260 in 96 games. A ball and a strike. Got him to chase. Now he's in command. It's a 1-2.
That slider for Palante just took off right there. That looked like the 4-seam fastball out of the hand and darted into the other batter's box.
Knuckle curve just missed to Gonzalez, who played second base last year. Fractured his ankle in late March. And came off the IL in early June. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
See the landing spot there. See a little bit of the mud on the shoes of Andre Palante. That clay starting to get a little wet.
Low for a full count. See the 2 rosin bags on the backside of the mound. Do you see a Roboski out there? Not sure if anybody's had to use it yet.
I don't see. Oh, there it is. Yep. As Hal said, the only thing they ever gave the pitcher. Need to clean off your cleats.
O'Hearn will be off to the races. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There he goes. And a check swing and a miss will retire the side. Palante has his first 2 strikeouts of this game. J.J. Weatherholt's coming up second in the 5th. And Danny has a special guest here in Game 3 in Pittsburgh when we come back.
See bank for details.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh, 1-0 St. Louis over the Pirates in the top of the fifth. If you see in front of me, this is Mars High School, their baseball team. Guys, if you want to wave to the camera down there, representing J.J. Weatherholt's alma mater, I have Andy Bednar, the assistant coach for the team. Thank you for your time. What is this experience like watching JJ play on a major league team in his hometown with his high school team here?
Just absolutely incredible. I can only imagine how he feels and how his parents, Mike and Holly, feel. And it's just a big shot in the arm for our community. It's just amazing.
You got to coach him for 2 seasons. Tell us who JJ was in high school.
Just super committed, super dedicated. Even as a freshman, he was on our JV team for about a week, and then before you know it, he's starting varsity for us at shortstop on a team that was, I think we lost in the state semifinal. So he played a really big role even at a young age.
It's been special to have him as a part of the Cardinals, and I was just telling you, you never know if he has a good or bad day. What kind of story could you share about the character or the person that JJ is?
Just as a freshman, you know, he's almost the quarterback of the defense, and as a freshman, he knew all of our pickoff plays and was just able to handle everything without missing a beat. In a position typically that's held for a senior, as a freshman, he fulfilled that role.
You brought your team out here to watch him. What do you hope they learn from a guy like him?
Just to see the way he goes about his business every day, and kind of like we talked about, you know, never too high with the highs, never too low with the lows. And in a 162-game season, you have to be like that.
He's at the plate right now. I think the last thing for you is, you know, your family has such a rich history. Your sons, Will and David, of course, you yourself too, but the rich history of Mars, Pennsylvania, and representing at the big league level. What does that mean to you?
It means the world. I mean, to see the guys, and you know, it's really good for these young guys to see that you can get there from here, and you know, just the way they went about their business, and you know, I couldn't be more prouder.
All right, I will ask you one question here.
Oh, awesome.
You're watching JJ, an alum of your school. What do you know about him and how good he is?
Oh, just an amazing baseball player, just a gritty baseball player, just Mars High baseball, just kind of all that you need to see is just like his swing is just so beautiful and pure, and just like what I want to do is just what I want to achieve in life, basically.
And remind me your name?
Maddox Schumann, Mars High.
Okay, Maddox. And when you watch this game, like, is this something you dream about? Did JJ come and talk to you guys about this?
He did, yeah. He talked to us and just was like telling us about his story, him coming up. I mean, we already knew most of it because he did go to Mars High. We all go to Mars High, and we go to Mars High, so yeah.
In the air to left field. That one's going to get caught real quick. Can you guys provide hats to our crew? Our crew wants your team hat.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great answer. Maddox, thank you. Andy, thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Anytime.
Chip, Brad.
They're having a blast, and JJ is retired. He's 1 for 3 tonight, has the lone Cardinal hit and RBI in the game.
I love it. Mars High representing out there. All the kids. I think it's great, too, what he's talking about is it's a great reminder. It doesn't matter where you're from, right? If you are talented enough, if you work hard enough, you could be from any big city. You could be from Mars, Pennsylvania, wherever it's at. The opportunities are there for you.
Wonder if they call their baseball stadium Area 51.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Dig into that. Use that. What do you call it?
The Google machine.
That's it.
There's a line drive over third. Herrera down in the count. Rips one to left. Big turnaround first. He's chugging for 2. And he'll stand in there with a base hit. His 7th double of the year. 2nd hit of the series for Ivan Herrera.
Well, an opportunity here, even with 2 outs in the 5th, for Burley to put you on the board even further. Double this lead. Burley coming into the series 4 for 8 coming into this one.
Alex been on the ground twice. He loves the first pitch. Let's see if he gets a good one to hit here. Didn't. 1 ball, no strikes.
I think that Bubba Chandler and Bart were thinking along with you. Let's go first pitch change up here. See if we can catch him out in front.
Well, that is a nice, smooth, easy, deceptive motion from Bubba Chandler, isn't it? With that big high leg kick.
Yeah, it can be a lot of moving parts, though, at times. I feel like that's when he gets erratic, because he gets into that leg very well, loads up, gets a ton of power in that right side.
Speaking of power, that one cracked toward the gap in left center. That ball is going to go. Alec Burleson in opposite field, 2-run homer. He points to the men in the pen. The Cardinals extend the lead in the 5th. It is 3-0.
The 4th home run of the season for Alec Burleson, and again goes the other direction. We saw him go with a curveball yesterday for the double away. This time a slider. Your Budweiser play of the game. 2-run shot to make it a 3-0 ball game here in the 5th. That is big time power to that part of the ballpark.
It's 4-10 out to that point as Chandler handles that and flips to first in time. But that's one batter too late. Alec Burleson, your club leader in RBIs, has 22 of them. His 4th homer has extended the Cardinals' lead halfway through game 3. This one went a country mile from the man from North Carolina. Cardinals lead the Buccos 3-0. Sunday, May 3rd, the Cardinals host the Dodgers. It's Asian American Pacific Islander Day, and fans with a theme ticket take home an AAPI-inspired Cardinals jersey. Get your details at cardinals.com/theme. Alec Burleson's first homer since Houston makes it 3-0.
Yeah, he was due for that one. Chip, I'm always just impressed how you read the right promo at the right time.
It's amazing. And that's the most important part of the show, as you know. Also, you know what's going to be fun? I don't think I've ever seen this before. The Cardinals on May 3rd will have Dustin May pitching.
Who wears number
3
against
those Dodgers, his former team.
club. How about that?
So something to look forward to as this one hit high in the air by Spencer Horwitz to right center. Walker going back, feels for the wall, has no shot. Horwitz has the first Pirates run, his 3rd homer to right center. It's a 3-1 game.
The 3rd home run of the season there for Spencer Horwitz. The 4th of the season allowed by Andre Palante. And it was a slider. It just did not get in there the way that they wanted to. Wanted to bury that thing down under the zone.
So Pittsburgh on the board. A leadoff homer in the 5th inning. Connor Griffin is next. Connor flied out his first time. And shoots one over first. That's headed for the right field corner. Walker cuts it off. Wet baseball. And a strong throw right on the money. Good job by Walker to hold Griffin at first. He is so much more confident, so much more sure-footed and sure-handed defensively.
Well, you see it right there, just getting to that baseball, how fast he gets there, gets his body in a good position to unleash a throw. And look, it's must-see TV when this guy comes up throwing. I'm begging the opposition to run on him.
Palante's ground ball rate has diminished. Just 1 on the ground the last 2+ innings. That was an error that didn't cost him a run in the fourth. Runner goes, and the throw short hops to second, dropped, but in safely anyway was Griffin. He's got his 7th stolen base in as many tries, and now he's in scoring position with nobody out. So that keeps the Pirates out of the double play. Bart, a soft single to right, his first time up. Palante wrapping up his second trip through the Pittsburgh batting order here. He's pitched well. He leads by 2. And a fly shallowly hit to right. Walker's got that one measured up. That won't advance the runner. 1 man down. Special day tomorrow for the Cardinals. We wrap up the series and we'll see the debut of Hunter Dobbins, who will be the Cardinals' 6th pitcher in rotation. It'll be a 1-start opportunity for Dobbins, and back to the normal reset when we get back home for LA. And the Redbirds will face Paul Skeens.
Well, you know, the Cardinals very excited to get Dobbins in a ball game. They were pumped up to be able to bring him over and to trade from the Red Sox. It's a guy that's got 11 big league starts last year, 13 games overall with Boston.
0-1. If Cruz registers a hit, your best arms for St. Louis are Walker in right and Church in left. Again, though, it's been drizzling steadily here for the first 4 innings of the game. See if we can get a good grip on the ball if there's a hit. Curveball missed, 2 balls and a strike. Cruz looking for his 26th RBI. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Griffin at first after the Horwitz homer. 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes to a man that strikes out a lot. Let's see if Andre can get him. He did, looking. Big second out. 3rd strikeout for Andre. 2 away.
Well, Neil Cruz obviously looking for something else right there. He got a 4-seam fastball middle in, Chevy pitch track, and could not pull the trigger. A big second out here.
Brandon Lau, the final hope for the Pirates in the 5th. A 1st inning double and a line drive to center for him.
Landed that one. He missed a couple of times with a splitter. That one had some good action. Started over the plate and just dove down. Knew that Lau was going to be aggressive here with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs. A 4-seam fastball there. You see that got stuck in the glove of Herrera, popped out the back. I need to tighten that bad boy up. Boy, I used to do that to catchers all the time.
1 ball, 1 strike. Love how Palante is attacking the strike zone. He's pitched ahead a lot. Hasn't been a lot of hard contact from Pittsburgh. Knock on wood in the game. The Horwitz homer notwithstanding. He's done a very nice job protecting what's now a 2-run lead.
Yeah, there are going to be times to nibble. There are going to be times to pitch around guys. But overall in this ball game, the opportunity has been there to go after the opposition. That's what he's done. 0 walks to this point for Andre.
The 1-2 pitch is coming. And a nice block. The old 55-footer. But with 2 strikes, not a bad place to throw that. Now it's even 2-2. Now the first Pirate since RBIs became an official stat in 1920 to have 5 or more RBIs in back-to-back games. So that accounts for the bulk of his 19 driven in. He's looking for number 20 here. Way high, full count. Reynolds, a switch hitter, is on deck.
A rare sinker right there to a left-hander. Generally tries to tie him up with the four-seam.
Swing and a miss. Palante does it again. Back-to-back strikeouts. He strands Connor Griffin. He gives up 1 and nothing else. And he's through 5. The Cardinals in game 3 of 4 of this series enjoy a 2-run lead. St. Louis Cardinals baseball is presented by your Mid-America Chevy dealers and by BJC Healthcare. You deserve extraordinary care. With Brad Thompson, Chip Carey, Danny Wexelman with you. There's a beautiful view of the Clemente Bridge spanning the Allegheny River and downtown Pittsburgh, where the Cardinals trying to win this series outright tonight, take 3 straight for the Pirates. Now the great left-hander Evan Sisk, he answers the Chevy call to the bullpen.
Well, Chip, we know how good the Cardinals have been against the opposing bullpens. This is a team that has had a tendency to add on late, 6th inning or later. They've been one of the better offenses in all of baseball.
Lefties are going to have fun with this guy, huh? See that first
Dude,
one?
they got this bullpen's got some different looks to it. They got some very impressive arms.
Nolan Gorman has walked and bounced out. Sisk 28. He's from South Carolina. Came over in a 3-team deal from the Royals. That was at the deadline last year. Went to the College of Charleston, where he was teammates with Bailey Ober, a pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. Bubba Chandler, 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, and a Burleson homer. That at the moment is the difference in the game. Cardinals had a game plan. They stuck with it, and it paid off. One of their runs came courtesy of ball 4, which helps. 3 balls and a strike. And popped up behind second. Out goes Lau, and he'll squeeze that cap high for out number 1. Big homestand for the Pirates. They've got 4 with the Cardinals. They'll welcome the first place Reds to town next. Cincinnati having a tough day, losing to Colorado 6-0 in Cincinnati today.
Well, obviously a very talented club. They're starting to hit the ball a lot better. That had been one of the biggest issues over the last couple of years for Cincinnati, is that the pitching staff had been there. The offense had been lacking even in that ballpark.
Sal Stewart's off to a great start. Ellie De La Cruz has hit 10 homers. And Chase Burns throwing 100 miles an hour almost with every pitch. So the Reds for real early. Haven't seen Cincinnati yet. 2 balls, no strikes for Mason Wynn, who's reached on a walk. Rain is all but stopped. Three balls, no strikes.
Hey.
3-0 Chevy pitch track taken all the way. Be ready to hit a fastball right here though. 3-1. Wynn's going to take his timeout. Be ready to let it eat on this one.
And that's taken downstairs. The Redbirds have earned their 5th base on balls. Let's see if we can cash that one in. Nathan Church is your batter. He is 0 for 2. Let's see what he does after a quick word from BJC Healthcare.
Little surprised with the 3-1 curveball right there with Mason Wynn. Didn't challenge him. See if the Cardinals can make that hurt. Church has hit lefties very well this year too. 348 the average left on left.
And it's got to feel like a guy like Sisk is throwing the ball right at the middle of your back.
I'm actually surprised that Sisk doesn't pitch on the far first base side of the rubber too, because he could really be right on top of these lefties. He pitches kind of in the middle of the mound, even towards the third base side.
Bunt try, not a bad idea. Butt rolled foul. It's 0-2. It's all about creating angles, isn't it?
No question. He must feel more comfortable from that side to be able to hit the other corner. Well, you watch when he drops down where that arm angle looks on the lefty. That's fun. And then you get a lot of swings like that. So 92 fastball. I'd have to believe that he's going to throw the sweeper off of that. You've got first movement was towards the Cardinals dugout there for Church. We'll see if he can make the adjustment and or lay off if it's off the plate.
Mason will draw a throw at first. Horwitz, as we mentioned earlier in the series, doesn't keep a foot on the bag. He's in front of it, angled toward the pitcher. And a lane for Mason to dive back. He takes off, swing and a miss, throw to second, way high, and the tag is late. Mason Wynn has a steal. Church down on strikes, and a runner at second, 2 men down.
Well, Sis did go with the sweeper. Church not able to stay on, but Cardinals do have a guy in scoring position. We saw the big 2-out home run by Burleson. We'll see if Urias has got some magic with 2 outs.
Urias scored the first Cardinal run thanks to a base on balls and a weather hole double. That was the first and only Cardinals hit until the 5th inning. They made that stand up. A Burleson homer after a Herrera double makes it 3-1. Let's see if Urias gets much to hit here with Victor Scott, a left-handed batter, waiting on deck. 6th inning of game 3. Palante pitching well. The Cardinals with just enough offense. No swing. That was close. 2 balls and a strike. Mason's got a big lead. And a good block. Figure they won't give Arias much to hit. Take their chances with left-hand hitting Victor Scott next.
Yeah, you've seen it in this at bat. It's been mainly off-speed stuff. You've seen one fastball. It was away though. It's been curveball. That time the changeup. Trying to get him to expand in a hitter's count. It's a tough one right there. That's that breaking ball again. That starts in the other batter's box and then dumps in for a strike. So you're going to be able to protect the other way. Right now 3-2. That's the way I'd be thinking if I was Urias, using the up the middle other way approach.
Lyles near the second base bag, trying to keep Mason close. Horwitz off the line at first. The outfield's shaded slightly toward right. Winds all but stopped blowing here in Pittsburgh. The 3-2 is tapped toward third, and Gonzalez throws on the run, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a man left. Home sixth in Pittsburgh coming up. Well, partner, Andre Plante has looked very good in his sixth start. He's our BJC Healthcare difference maker.
He has looked awesome to this point. Been on the ground a ton. Only given up that one run, the solo shot. Struck out 4. Hasn't walked anybody. That's the big one for me. The command has been there, even on a night where it's been misty. I'm sure at times grips have been tough to come by. He's been able to execute.
Well, he's entering some uncharted territory. The longest Palante has pitched in a game is 5 1/3 innings. Let's see if he can best that tonight. He's got the 3, 4, 5 batters for the Pirates, starting with Brian Reynolds, who's 0 for 2. As you know, the Cardinals have done an excellent job, and the challenge is going to come too late. Herrera tapped the helmet, but Las Diaz said it took too long, and the Cardinals dugouts asking why.
Would have been correct on that. It did appear to be a strike at the top of the zone.
2-0. Now 2 balls and a strike. The Cardinals bullpen is busy. George Soriano starts to play catch. There's Big George. And now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Plante's got a good fastball. It's 94-95.
And it moves like crazy. That moves like a slider right there. And that's why he eats up so many left-handed batters with it. He's very difficult to square up.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Palante. He's gotten Reynolds twice, and that's his 5th punch out tonight.
What a way to come back, right? Ties him up with a fastball in and then drops the hammer in there for strike 3.
Stiefel is stitched into Cardinals tradition and onto the fabric of St. Louis, proudly worn on every jersey. Stiefel's investing in excellence in our hometown and across the nation. That is Stiefel. Ryan O'Hearn, 1 ball, no strikes to him. Fly ball left. That's right at Church. And with that out, Andre Palante's gone deeper in this game than any other so far this season. 5 2/3 worth of work.
Keep it rolling. Pitch count still under 90 right here. With Soriano going, you have to believe that this is going to be the end of the line here, but love to be able to finish out this 6th inning on his own. He's throwing the ball very well. You know that Dusty Blake, Cardinals pitching coach, Ollie, all smiles right now from what they've seen out of their starter.
Ozuna shoots the first pitch into center. So Palante broke his bat in the 2nd. He didn't want to get to 2 strikes here. And Ozuna's reached now in 8 of his last 9 games, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, not a hard hit ball, not a bad pitch either. Just found itself a home. Trickled up the middle.
Gonzalez 0 for 2. Movement on the slider. No balls and a strike.
And that slider has been effective to Gonzalez. Mentioned it earlier. Gonzalez is a bit of a free swinger. He will expand, shortens up with 2 strikes, but you can get ahead outside of the zone oftentimes with him.
There's that high sinker. In case you wonder, the most pitches Andre's thrown in a game is 95. He's at 90 now and a strike away from 6 complete innings.
Well, with as good of a feel as he's had for this slider, wouldn't be surprised to see him throw that here. The big thing is don't have to make it nastier, just got to locate it well.
Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Palante. 6 innings of 1-run ball. The Cardinals right-hander on a nice roll of his own. 3rd straight excellent start for Andre Palante. Cardinals lead is 3-1. The Cardinals will face the Dodgers on Friday. It's the first day of May, and fans will take home a Cardinals short sleeve hoodie. That's presented by Busey Bank. All the details at cardinals.com/promotions. That one is way high and almost got Victor. Maybe it did get him. It scared the you-know-what out of him, and he's going to make his way to first. Got him in the shoulder, it appears.
We talked about it with Sisk. When he drops down, it looks like it's going to go after you. Well, this one did a lot more than look like it. Off the shoulder, narrowly missing the head there of Victor Scott. But a burner on base. That's the last thing Sisk wanted to have happen.
So Weatherholt is up. Victor aboard for the first time. He's stolen 3 bases. It's been a while since he's added to that total. Let's see if he can give us some insurance here. And in for a strike. We are, of course, in the Honda home run inning. As always, when the Cardinals bat in the 7th, if somebody can hit one out, your Gateway Honda dealers will donate $1,000 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Redbirds have 1 homer tonight. That was Alec Burleson in the 5th.
Seen a couple of uncomfortable takes right there from JJ, almost backing out of the box. I think that approach that he's had early in this one, opposite field, that's where he ended up hitting his double.
And sure enough, look at how they shade him in the outfield. They don't think JJ is going to be able to pull a ball to the right center field gap here.
They don't think that Sisk is going to give him anything to allow him to do so. If he does pull the ball, it'll likely be down the line. It'll be a sinker in.
One thing the Cardinals have been excelling at is taking what the opposition gives them. If it's a base on balls, an extra base or a run. They've been gift wrapped to hit batsmen to lead off the 7th inning with the big boys coming up. And Weatherholt with a good eye gets back to an even count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both bullpens are busy. Looks like Ryan Stanek is playing catch now. Evan Sisk, the first to follow Bubba Chandler, who went 5 and gave up 3. And Weatherholt runs it full. Is Victor going to run with no outs? He is. Swing and a miss. The throw to second is dropped. So Victor Scott in scoring position. Weatherholt down on strikes, lefty. And an RBI chance for Ivan Herrera. So you get the steal. It cost you an out. Now you've got Herrera and Burleson coming up. Second strikeout for Sisk. And that swing and miss pitch is going to be the last one he throws in game 3 of the series. Chance for the Cardinals to add on in the 7th. More action out of the Pirates bullpen. It's going to be Chris Stavinsky. St. Louis leads game 3, 3-1.
Via today.
35-year-old right-hander and former All-Star Chris Davinsky is going to answer a Chevy call to the bullpen. Ivan Herrera, the first man to greet him, with Victor Scott in scoring position with one out here in Pittsburgh's beautiful PNC Park.
A longtime Astro, spent the last couple of years with the Rays organization. Davinsky, not your prototypical late hard thrower, but mixes it up really well, has a really good changeup.
Victor takes off. He's going to steal third with a belly flop. That was easy. 2 stolen bases in the inning, and Victor Scott has 5 of them.
Chip, it goes back to the prep work that you've talked about a lot as of late. The Cardinals have tells on all of these different pitchers. They're not going to wait around. Guy comes into a game, falls into a tendency. They're going to take that extra base. Now one kicks away. Got yourself a run.
Davinsky, part of the Astros world title team in 2017, pitched in 62 games that year. Now you got to put it in play in the air. The pitch. Up the middle, diving stop, a bobble, that's going to get it done. Infield hit for Herrera. And the Cardinals do indeed cash in that Pirates mistake. Hit batsman, 2 steals, infield hit, and a 4-1 lead.
That is what speed does right there. He had showed a bunt. He ended up getting hit instead. And then after a couple of stolen bases, the ground ball up the middle with the infield in. Just manufacturing. We saw yesterday Cardinals were able to power up a little bit in the ball game, but also going station to station. It's a very balanced offense.
So for Herrera, his 14th RBI. It's back to a 3-run lead. Burleson powered up with a 2-run homer, his 4th last time up. This is one of the bigger parks to try to hit the ball out as a left-hand hitter. And Burley shot one toward that 410 mark out by the point where the bullpen gates are. And he put a ton of backspin on it, and it sailed out of here. So twice in as many games, Brad, he's hit the ball with authority hard the other way, which is an outstanding sign.
It is, and it's that stroke that I think gets a guy back on track. We had seen him being a pull happy, rolling over a lot of those pitches. He's let it travel. He's shown he can hit the ball that way. Now you got to mix it up against Burley.
So you now start to wonder if teams try to do that a little more, inviting him in. Well, he's big and strong and quick enough to ambush that and hit it out to right.
Yeah, you better get it in there. That one did. That's more of a setup pitch than anything. Again, Davinsky's best pitch is his changeup. I think it's coming here. Ooh, went back in with a fastball and just missed. That was a nice location.
Two balls, 2 strikes. There's the change. There's the rollover, and a look to second. They'll get the out at first. Productive out for Burleson. Herrera in scoring position, and now it's Jordan Walker's turn. So let's update our bet 365 odds. Walker is looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3. So Herrera hustling between first and second. Pittsburgh unable to get the lead runner. Let's see if Walker can bring him home with a hit. Ground ball. There's the hit to left. Here comes Herrera around third. Reynolds loads up. Here comes its throw. It's going to be way late, and Walker moves up 90 feet. It's unreal. Fundamentals in baseball mean so much, and right now the Cardinals are executing them to perfection.
Jordan does it again. He was ready for a first pitch fastball through the 5-6 hole, drives in another run. He had 3 of them in the ball game yesterday. Reynolds did not have a chance to get Herrera on this one, did not have the arm to do it. You miss your cutoff man, that guy ends up taking the extra bag.
So Sisk and Davinsky have allowed runs. The overflow puts Walker in scoring position. Now Gorman bats. 5-1. Cardinals have the lead. I love power. I love strikeouts just as much as any baseball fan, but there's nothing more beautiful than the ballet of good baseball. And the Cardinals are dancing like Arthur Murray. I mean, it's unbelievable. That's a dance school. There's one right up the street.
I thought it was a guy.
Yeah. Arthur Murray Dance School.
Is that right?
Yeah. Or Fred Astaire if you want.
Okay. Did you go to one of these establishments as a young child?
I'm not allowed to dance in my family. The pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I can picture you now. Young, gangly Chip Carey.
That was never the case.
Toes are fluttering on the stage.
Yes, the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will retire the side. Will we be dancing in the streets after game 3? Well, we hope so. We're on our way. It's stretch time at Pittsburgh. The Cardinals add on 2 more runs in the 7th.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the St. Louis Cardinals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the St. Louis Cardinals.
After a rainy start, it's turned out to be a lovely night in Pittsburgh. The Cardinals got a great start from Andre Pallante, and they have made the most of their 5 hits. They've scored 5 runs, lead 5-1, and now turn things over to Ryan Stanek. He's the first to answer the Chevy call to the pen.
Well, let's keep a trend alive in this one. Andre Pallante pounding the strike zone, didn't walk anybody. You'd love to see Stanek just get ahead early and often.
Let's set this one up for Ollie in the 7th. Stanek has the 7, 8, 9 batters. Then a whole host of lefties at the top when we get to the 8th.
Yeah, you would think one of 2 things, right? If the score stays the same, it's going to be one of your lefties in that lane, right? So it's either going to be Brule or it's going to be JoJo Romero right there. And then the 9th inning will be, wonder if they even just go with Riley O'Brien, just either way right now in a tight ball game.
So we'll see how it plays out. Horwitz with a long home run in the 5th inning. That's the only Pittsburgh run. And Stanek evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stanek's only given up 2 runs in his last 4 outings. Key for him, throw strikes. The stuff is plenty good. It's upper 90s. And when he gets ahead, then he can unleash that split-fingered pitch, which is a big wipeout pitch for him. And that one nubbed back to the mound. Stanek gets the first out. Horwitz retired softly. 1 up, 1 down. Let's check in with Danny.
Guys, hi. Yes, I wanted to update you on a story from earlier in this series that we were talking about, and it has to do with JJ Weatherholt. And I just thought we would give the people what they want and make Brad T happy. I got these photos from JJ earlier today. He was kind enough to share them, as you see Stanek wiping something off his hand. This is Cat the cat.
Yes.
Everybody, meet Cat the cat.
All right.
And we also have Cat the kitten too. You know, it's been a progression for JJ having this cat, but there's Cat the kitten. It's the same cat, but just younger. Brad.
That is some real work, Danny, and you do phenomenal work anyhow, but thank you very much for bringing us Cat the Cat, because I think that everybody had a version of Cat the Cat in their head.
Yeah.
And maybe it fit that one, maybe it didn't. For me, it didn't. Like, I thought Cat the Cat was going to look different.
Okay, what kind of cat?
I pictured Garfield.
Oh, an orange cat.
Just
okay.
a big, just round mound of love. But, I mean, that's a very, very fit, agile, loving cat, it looks like.
Now, it sounds to me like you have become a cat lover all of a
That's
sudden.
absolutely not the case. I act like I like that cat because it was the right thing to do there.
Connor Griffin is behind 0-2.
Your cats are great, though.
You are such a sellout. Foul back. No balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, that was the breaking news. Danny told us that JJ's pet cat was happy to see him when he got back to town, got to stay at home for this first trip to Pittsburgh. And now we have living proof that Cat the cat is a real creature and a very, very cute, cuddly pet.
I always believed that it was real.
Yeah.
But I love the name. I love Cat the Cat. And it has to be so nice for JJ to be able to come home, sleep in his own bed, and have some of the creature comforts of just being around.
Saw what you did there.
You like that?
Nicely done.
You ain't kidding.
I have a feeling that'll be a bobblehead coming up at Busch Stadium in the near future.
I love it. As soon as they have a Bring Your Cat to Ballpark Day by Purina. To see all them getting loose on the field.
Ricky Horton can't wait for that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Griffin has a single and a steal in the game tonight. He's 8 for his last 20. At the plate. And Stanek overpowered that pitch. Full count. Three-2 lifted high in the air and off to the right.
I love seeing all the kids scurrying for foul balls.
Like cats chasing down a mouse in the barn.
Do they do that?
Yeah. That's outside. Stanek with a walk. And that gives the Pirates a little hope in the 7th inning. 1 on, 1 out. Joey Bart, the scheduled batter. So Bart, the 9th place hitter. Let's see what he's up to after a quick word from our friends at Jack in the Box.
Get my new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal for a chance to win $75,000.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
That's the first walk of the night for the Cardinals. Palante, 6 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, struck out 6, no walks, and the only blemish, the home run.
Yeah, first start of the season for Andre Palante without a walk. He had one where he issued 1 free pass against the Red Sox, but love what we've seen out of Andre lately.
Base hit to left. So Bart with a single after the walk, and now it gets a little dicier. You've got O'Neill Cruz up. He's 0 for 3. And now you've got the 2 lefties and the switch hitter. That's the 3rd batter faced by Stanek. Jojo Romero is up, has just begun, I should say, to play catch.
Have to imagine they might go out and talk to him here.
Cruz 0 for 3. If there has been a pitching blemish for the Cardinals, it has quite frankly been this portion of the relief corps. It's issued way too many walks. 60 of them in 113 innings, now 61. And in a park like this with a porch like that in right, things could get a little close for comfort in a big hurry here.
Well, this is still a guy in Cruz that you can get to expand. You can get him to chase one of those splitters. That time the slider had him out in front. All about timing. He's geared up for 98, gets 86, well out on the front foot.
So Ryan's gotten ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. That's going to bounce up, and a good jump for Connor Griffin. He'll move up 90 feet. Double play, though, still in order if you can get Cruz to hit it on the ground. So a wild pitch. Cruz with a fly ball could bring home a second Pirates run, but he's looking for more than that. Stanek sets, and the 2-2. The full count. He lost him, and the bases are loaded. Hey, you got to wonder what Ollie's choice is. He was thinking Romero for the 8th. He might need him in the 7th. Dusty Blake and he pondering options here. Stanek will face Brandon Lau with 1 out, and the base is full of Pirates.
It was going to set up perfectly. That looks like it's going to be the end of the line, though, for Stanek at this point.
So a very slow, measured walk by Oliver Marmol to the mound. Romero will get an extra toss or 2, and the call is made. He's going to come in. So a mess of Stanek's own making. 2 walks and a single after the first out was tapped back to the hill. And the Pirates, with Lau, Reynolds, and O'Hearn coming up in the 7th, have the tying run at the plate in a 5-1 game. St. Louis Cardinals baseball is presented by Budweiser. This Bud's for you, and by Rally House St. Louis. It's your city, it's your house, it's the Rally House. Beautiful downtown Pittsburgh. The Cardinals making it tough on themselves in this 7th inning. 2 walks and a single have the bases loaded for JoJo Romero, who follows Ryan Stanek and answers the Chevy call to the bullpen.
Well, JoJo's got his work cut out for him right here with the bases loaded. Lau has struggled against left on left, but it's going to be York who comes in to pinch hit for him anyhow, playing the matchups right here. But JoJo's been great in these spots, man. He's had 8 inherited runners so far this year. None of them have come around to score.
1 ball, no strikes for York. And a little low. JoJo's had trouble his last 3 games. He's given up runs in all 3 of them. 6 earned runs in 2 1/3 innings. Can't pitch behind any team. And a fly ball into right center. That's going to get down. It's going to score 1. Victor spears it. 2 runs will score, and they've got him first and third. It's a 5-3 game. Sports writers and managers hate leaky pens, and the Cardinals have given 2 back.
After falling behind 2-0 to York, he was hunting a fastball and he got one. It wasn't a terrible pitch, but in a heater count, he was ready for it. A sinker down, a 2 RBI single.
Now Reynolds bats first and third. He's 0 for 3. George Soriano's gotten up, and there's a strike. So for Stanek, he's allowed 3 or more base runners in 7 of his 14 appearances. And over his last 4 2/3 innings, he's walked 7 men. That just missed. A changeup evens the count. Oh, we said it before. The Cardinals, when they get slapped, they slap back. Let's see if Romero can keep it a 2-run game. We'd love to get Reynolds on the ground here. Two hits, 2 walks, 2 runs after the leadoff man was retired. Be very careful here. Another walk. 3rd of the inning to load him up again. All the manager can do is put his guys in the best possible position. Neither Stanek nor Romero has gotten it done yet, and that'll bring Dusty Blake out for a visit as this agonizing 7th inning continues.
Yeah, boy, this has been a rough one for sure. They're going to slow things down here for JoJo and talk about how they want to attack Ryan O'Hearn. O'Hearn has been good against both lefties and righties. .333, 10 for 30, and a home run left on left for O'Hearn. So both sides trying to figure out how they want to attack this.
So the meeting breaks up. We step aside for a quick word from Rally House.
Season starts at Rally House. From jerseys and hats to tumblers for game day, it's where outrageous selection meets every fan's style.
Cruz at 3rd, York at 2nd, Reynolds at 1st, and here is O'Hearn. He's 0 for 3. No place to put him in a 2-run game. He knows what to do with the bases loaded. Didn't get that. So Romero quickly ahead, 0-2. Cruz getting a giant lead at 3rd base. Anything in the dirt, Herrera's got to smother that. The stretch and pitch. He went. O'Hearn is rung up on a check swing. Las Diaz appealed. O'Hearn says, did you check? And the answer is yes. Huge second out.
That is big. The Pirates dugout giving it to 3rd base umpire Eric Backus. You can read the lips there of Don Kelly. Say there's no way.
And this isn't the first time Las Diaz and Don Kelly have been chirping. And Las Diaz is telling him, don't yell at me. Now they're pointing at each other, and Kelly wants some more. That's not the first time the Pirates have objected on a check swing call at third base. And now it's up to Marcell Ozuna with 2 outs in the 7th inning. O'Hearn called out on a check swing on appeal. Ozuna singled on the first pitch last time and tried to do it again here. Good changeup. Smart pitch, 0-1. Marcell has been around a long time. Can St. Louis wiggle off the hook? Herrera knocked that down. So a whole lot of action in this 7th inning. Cardinals scored twice. The Pirates have answered with 2 themselves. They've got the bases loaded. And now one more pitch to the 8th hitter of the inning will send us to the 8th.
Boy, this has been a little bit of everything. A little dicey in this one. Need one big pitch right here by JoJo. Try to turn over that changeup. Just away outside.
Well, you don't want to go 3-2. So what's JoJo's best option here?
Look, I think that you still stay away here. I think your sinker down the way will get the job done. I think he's going to go sinker or change up arm side. Just depends on what he has the feel for in this spot.
Both bullpens have been touched up tonight. Romero sets. Here comes the 2-2. Just outside. Now you got to throw a strike. And now the Pirates runners will be off to the races. Remember, wet outfield grass could be huge. The stretch. There go the runners. And roll to third. It's going to be fair. Throw to first in time. And that will retire the side. That ball hugged the line. It almost hit the bag. That would have been disastrous. Instead, it ends the inning. And the Cardinals survive the 7th with a 2-run lead.
LX.
Friday, May 1st, it's Diet Coke night. Fans with a theme ticket take home a Diet Coke Cardinals t-shirt. Upgrade to a VIP ticket to design your own trucker hat. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/theme. After that 7th, Brad, I'm going to need something stronger than a Diet Coke.
Boy, I'll tell you what, there was a lot, but the Cardinals still clinging to a 2-run lead. And watch how close this one is off the bat of Marcell Ozuna, just narrowly missing the bag. I mean, that that could have been ugly right there.
And how about the play at third to stay with that ball and then make the strong throw to end the inning? So here we are, 5-3 after 7. Dennis Santana enters the game, answers the Chevy call to the bullpen. He'll try to keep the Cardinals right there, down 2.
Well, remember, it was Dennis Santana in game 1 of this series where the Cardinals were able to score 4 unanswered against him, including back-to-back home runs by Pages and Weatherhold.
So Mason Wynn quickly behind 0-2. Danny, it's nice to have a couple of Gold Glovers on the left side of your infield, isn't it?
Yeah, guys, I had to ask Ramon Arias about that Gold Glove, and he credited 2 names who helped him get that. Number 1, Tony Manzolino, who was with the Baltimore Orioles when Ramon was there. He was the infield coach, and Ramon said he would trash talk to me, give me trouble, make me better. He worked me so hard, and that was a huge help to what I did. But he also said that Stubby Clapp
in the air toward Cruz in center. And Mason is out number 1. Sorry, Danny.
No, that's okay. Stubby Clapp, he said when Ramon was in AAA, Stubby put him at third base. Ramon was playing middle infield when he was first with the Cardinals. Stubby gave him a shot over at third base and some at first base. And so both of those men credited with helping Ramon Arias get to the place he is with his defense.
No, Stubby would appreciate that compliment. We appreciate what Arias has done defensively as Nathan Church digs in, trying to improve on an 0-for-3 night. Church 2 strikeouts and a flyout. We could use a little insurance. It's 5-3. Swing, fly ball. That's wallop towards center. Cruz on the run to the warning track. Just enough room. And out number 2.
Just the wrong part of the ballpark there for Church. That thing was torched. He got a fastball middle in, put a good charge into it, but Santana quickly with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th.
So let's look ahead to the bottom half. You'll have Gonzalez, Horwitz, Griffin, Bart. George Soriano is up and throwing. That makes sense.
Absolutely, it does at this point. You'll go with your righty in that spot.
Well, the good news is the Cardinals lead the game. The bad news is they are making it awfully hard on themselves with all the free passes.
You say hard, some say entertaining, you know. It's hard. It's definitely hard.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. That's downstairs. Reminds you of Frank Frisch, the old Pirates skipper, who used to bemoan, those bases on balls. Lots of them for the Cardinals middle relief corps. But still, we lead it 5-3 in very entertaining fashion. The pitch is on the ground to Griffin at short. He'll scoop and fire, and that will retire the side. So the bottom portion of the Pirates order is up in the 8th. George Soriano's turned in a good performance already in Pittsburgh. Can he keep it right there? We're going to find out. A wild Game 3 continues in Pittsburgh.
at rallyhouse.com.
The big baseball weekend at Busch Stadium wraps up Sunday, May 3rd, as the Cardinals face the Dodgers for the third time. That day, fans take home a Cardinals blade collar shirt. Get your tickets at cardinals.com/promotions. George Soriano is on for the 8th inning. He's the next answer a Chevy called to the bullpen. And his first to Nick Gonzalez is taken high.
Look at the numbers so far for Soriano. This is his 14th game. He did have a scoreless frame, worked around a hit, had a strikeout on Monday against the Buccos.
Picked up the save for the Cardinals. That one's whacked foul, 1 ball, 1 strike.
What a wild affair that was. I'd like this one to be drama-free here at the end.
Man. I've said it before, I'll say it again. They know how to keep an audience, don't they? 1 ball, 1 strike. For Gonzalez, who's moved over to second base defensively for Pittsburgh. Nick York stayed in the game after his run-scoring hit. He's at third. Gonzalez hitting 6th, Horwitz 7th, Connor Griffin 8th. Make them earn their way on. Fun watching guys that are new to your team evolve into roles and then see how those roles improve as their fortunes improve. That's the case for Soriano.
That definitely has been. They've put him in some bigger spots. You've seen some pretty good results out of Soriano. Just misses away with the sweeper. But that's going to be one of the bigger keys right now to this team's success is what does that bridge look like? Who can get it to your back end that has been so good? Riley O'Brien in the 9th has been awesome. JoJo, for the most part, been outstanding this season. But that bridge has been one where you're waiting for someone to emerge. Soriano has been that guy at time. Ruseffo has thrown the ball extremely well and has put himself in that mix.
Ruseffo, an inning and 2/3 here last night. Figure he's unavailable. We'll see. As a 2-2 is on the way and fouled away. Gonzalez fighting hard here. Stanek, a 1/3 of an inning, 2 runs, a hit, 2 walks. Romero, 2/3 of an inning with a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Soriano facing his first batter as the 3rd Cardinal relief pitcher. And that's to 3rd. That one does hit the bag, and it's down the line. Gonzalez will slam on the brakes. Church got to that quickly, and the throw all the way to first. That came one batter too late for Pittsburgh.
For them it did, for sure. Arias behind this ball down the line. It was a sinker in on the hands. He pulls him in, diving for it, but disappears. I'm actually a little surprised that it's big respect to the arm out in left field. He didn't try to push it and get on 2.
Well, Horwitz represents the tying run. He's already homered tonight. 1 ball, no strikes. Gonzalez, a hard-earned 8-pitch at-bat single. Now Horwitz ahead in the count. Pittsburgh earned 3 walks last inning. They're a pitch away from a walk here. And it's the bottom part of their order. Two on, nobody out. And Connor Griffin will at the very least try to advance the runners. He's walked, scored, singled, stolen a base, and he's flied out. Again, there's nothing the manager can do if your guys can't throw strikes. It's an agonizing and very frustrating feeling.
Yeah, and I promise you it's a frustrating and lonely feeling for the guy out on the mound as well. Certainly not trying to walk a guy in that spot, but need to be able to just get ahead and work from there. That's going to be the key right here against Griffin. You know, this young man has got some pop.
So 2 aboard, nobody out. Billy Cook, an outfielder, is the pinch runner at first. Oh, for a double play here. Lane has stopped. The walks have not. Wind blowing out. Cardinals clinging to a 5-3 lead. That'll work. Now finish him off.
A couple of disappearing sinkers. That one tailing down and in on the 20-year-old Connor Griffin. You know that Soriano, when he's on, his slider is one of the pitches that he'll finish you with as he go back to it.
He did, and gets the big first out. Now you've got Joey Bart scheduled, but Pittsburgh's going to go to the bench.
What a pitch right here. A couple of sinkers. He got one called at the bottom of the zone, tied him up under the zone, in with a sinker, and then used that slider effectively away.
So Bart will be taken down, and Jake Mangum will come on and pinch hit. Hit into a double play last night. Cardinals got double plays in 4 straight innings to help their cause. And in game 1, Mangum 2 hits and an RBI. So nice card off the bench for the Pirates to play with 2 on, 1 out, and a 2-run game. You've got O'Neill Cruz to worry about in the on-deck circle as well. Swung at ball 1. That helps. A slider. That was nasty. Good choice of a pitch there from Soriano.
He was aggressive in that spot for sure. If you're wondering too why Ollie doesn't counter with his lefty Brule, he actually hits lefties better than righties.
Good changeup. So the pinch hitter hunting heaters has not gotten one yet.
Watch this thing turn over, Chip. I mean, that's got straight split finger action. That's filthy.
Double barreled action in the Cardinals bullpen. Soriano facing his 4th batter of the inning. No balls, 2 strikes. And served foul.
All right, went back to the slider, ended up tying him up in. He fought it off. I think he'll probably end up turning over that changeup. The lefty Brule, the righty Ryan Fernandez going. Fernandez very impressive last time out.
0-2. Trying to get a chase. Not a bad idea. After Mangum, Cruz and York are coming up. Outfield shallow at the moment. The set checks the runners. Hot shot towards short. Bobbled by Mason. He'll recover and throw to first late. Mason was thinking about 2 before he caught it cleanly. And the Pirates have them loaded, and O'Neill Cruz coming up.
You thought off the bat as Mason Wynn was shifting up the middle that it was a tailor-made 2-ball. Not the case. And in between, Hop ended up catching him, trying to recover with this strong throw, but able to beat it out is Mangum.
So an error, we'll see how costly that will be. So a game that was firmly within reach is now very much in jeopardy. It was a 5-1 score. The Pirates sent 8 to the plate thanks to 3 walks. Now in the 8th inning, single, walk, strikeout, and a rare error has them loaded again.
Yeah, what did we talk about early in this game of how this ball club plays in narrow margins oftentimes? They've done a very good job to this point of not giving the opposition extra outs or extra opportunities. They've got a couple here in this ball game.
So again, to your point, you've got a lefty-lefty opportunity here with only 1 out, and then York coming up. And O'Neill Cruz, for all of his power, does strike out a lot. And Soriano has had strikeout stuff. We'll see what he's made of here with no place to put O'Neill Cruz. And 1 out.
And again, when it comes to matchups, O'Neill Cruz, for one reason or another, he's crushing left-handed pitching. 351 with 4 of his homers against lefties. So you're going to go with the stuff here of Soriano with the bases loaded.
George just keeps making pitches. And they were looking for heat, and he threw a changeup to get ahead. Cruz has walked to highlight his 4 trips to the plate. I'd say triple up.
All you got to do is make sure you locate it, stay down. The thought process again, if he does go back to the changeup, don't make it nastier, just make the location solid.
No balls, 2 strikes. Remember, this inning began with a base hit that bounced off the third base bag. Then a walk, then a strikeout, then a hard hit ground ball to short that Mason couldn't corral. That turns into an error and loads him up for Cruz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chopper hit toward JJ. In between hop. There's 1. Throw to first is dropped. The run is in. It's a 5-4 game. So Soriano's gotten 2 big ground balls in the inning. The Cardinals get 1 out of them. And Pittsburgh now within 1.
As Soriano made his pitch, got the ground ball. This is a really nice play by JJ on the attack. Turn and spin, make a solid throw there to Mason Wynn, who had to unleash it. I don't think he's going to be able to beat that play either way.
So give Cruz the RBI. Can't assume a double play. And now Nick York is up. A 2-run single in a pinch last time up. 5-4 is your score. The Cardinals will challenge that. ABS power by T-Mobile. It is a ball. So now the Cardinals are out of challenges the rest of the way.
Well, it was a narrow one in an enormous spot, trying to steal that strike back. Didn't happen. Now you got to really bear down to Soriano.
2 balls, no strikes. 97, and he was late. It would be tough to stomach, but you do have a base open. It happens to be second base. And you've got Reynolds waiting on deck with 2 outs. So don't throw him a cookie. Stretch. Runner at first goes. Pitch sky toward right. Walker is there. He's got it, and the Cardinals survive the 8th. What an unbelievable game. A little insurance would be helpful, you know. It's 5-4 St. Louis in Game 3.
back to Pittsburgh, 5-4 Cardinals in the top of the ninth. We'll have the post-game show presented by Car Shield after the last out. Myself and Ricky Horton, we're obviously going to talk about Andre Palante's solid night. Alec Burleson with his 4th Burley bomb of the season. And once again, boys, it is the Cardiac Kids. We'll see how they can close this one out.
Well, we'll see if we can get a little insurance, Danny. We got a ton of defensive changes. We'll get to those in a second. Let's start with the Pirates pitcher. That's Dennis Santana. Victor Scott, J.J. Weatherholt, and Ivan Herrera are coming up. Changes for the Pirates. Henry Davis is behind the plate. O'Hearn takes over at first.
Chevy going to the bullpen time. It's going to be Johan Ramirez, the right-hander in.
Yes, Johan Ramirez, I beg your pardon. Cook stays in the game in left, Reynolds in right. And Victor didn't get that. Cardinals manufactured a run with him in the 7th. He was hit by a pitch. He stole 2 bases and came home on a Herrera infield hit. Fouled straight back. So Pittsburgh's outfield, Cook, Cruz, Reynolds, left to right, O'Hearn at first, Davis behind the plate, and Johan Ramirez the man on the mound. 5-4 St. Louis. That curled around the plate. Ramirez thought it was strike 3, and Pittsburgh's going to challenge. They've got 2 of those left. St. Louis has none. Let's see if Pittsburgh is right. They are. 1 out. So we'll look ahead to the 9th inning. The bottom, that is. Reynolds, O'Hearn, and Ozuna are coming up. Riley O'Brien, as we expect, is getting loose. Right now he'll have a 1-run lead. Let's see if Weatherholt can change that. An RBI double accounted for the first Cardinals hit of the game. His Mars High School friends are here. The Fighting Planets want to see if Weatherholt could do something special in the 9th inning.
Yeah, they are dialed in. I don't think that group has moved the entire game.
Pulled foul, and 0-2.
You know, it's been a very fun series to this point for JJ. I'm sure an emotional one, getting the chance to see his old high school out here. We saw his college. West Virginia was here game 1. Mom and dad, family and friends. I mean, there is a whole lot of support for JJ Weatherholt.
Ramirez way ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. If this score holds, one number that will loom large, Pittsburgh has left 10 men on base. And they had a ton of opportunities in the 7th and 8th innings and have scored 3 runs. 1-2. Ball 2. Cardinals in another nail-biter game. It's 5-4.
I love when we're showing close-ups of JJ, just the calmness on his face. I mean, it's a tight ball game. It's late. That's a nasty breaking ball. He just fouled off. He's the same guy regardless of the situation.
Line drive to right. Weatherholt's got a base hit. Big turnaround first. He's chugging for 2. Here's the throw. High hop, and he's in safely. Never stopped running out of the box. It's a couple of doubles for Weatherholt.
Hustling right out of the gate. His hometown team looking on. JJ able to get that curveball. The one he just fouled off. Gets one on the plate. Crushes it right down the line. And tests the arm of Reynolds again in right field. Remember, his arm was tested earlier out in left. That's some hustle right there. Big time hit for JJ Weatherholt.
See, it looks like Pittsburgh might challenge the safe call at second here.
I wonder if it ends up being him popping off the bag. We haven't seen a closer look at this one yet. It appeared as if he had beat it initially. We'll take a look at it.
Foot doesn't pop up. He's got the bag there. He's still in contact, and the knee hits. But was there a little gap between the foot coming off the base and the right knee hitting the base because Griffin held the tag? So, first of all, the call on the field was safe. There has to be clear and convincing evidence to overturn.
Yeah, it depends if there's another angle, right, that they have, and if they can see that gap. Let's take another look at this one. Here's a good angle. That left foot is in. It slides off. Boy, that is close. As the left foot slides off the bag, that right knee comes in, and the glove is right there on it. You hit the biggest point that the call on the field was safe. It's going to have to be conclusive evidence. We'll see. Well worth the shot right there for Don Kelly.
So Weatherholt in the ninth inning has given the Cardinals a chance for the moment to have a man in scoring position for Herrera and Burleson. Call on the field is safe. If it stands up, Weatherholt will stand there with one man out. Looks like Laz Diaz is getting the word from Replay Center in New York, and let's find out.
After you, the call stands. Runner safe.
So the call stands. Pirates challenge and are unsuccessful. And now another chance for Herrera, who gave us an insurance run in the seventh inning with an infield hit. Two-hit night for Herrera. He's coming on like a house of fire. His average up to 250. He's reached base in 16 straight, as Brad pointed out earlier. He's also walked. And a strike. York trying to keep JJ close to the bag at second. And a tapper off the plate. That is foul at third. Beg your pardon. Gonzalez trying to keep Weatherholt at second. It's like a spring training game with all the changes for the Pirates defensively. How's your scorecard look?
It's a hot mess, Chip. Thanks for asking.
Okay. I like check.
I think I got everybody in the right spots at this point.
I do too. I just can't read my own writing.
Oh, I do that a lot. I told you. There's a couple words that I mess up a lot. One is 5 hits. That can mess me up at times.
Can zone was problematic.
Old Cal zone, I like to call him.
Sounds good to me. After a Cardinal winner tonight, we'll see if we can seal the deal in the ninth. No balls, 2 strikes. It's going to be a quick turnaround. Hunter Dobbins will make his Cardinals debut against Paul Skeens tomorrow. Will the Redbirds have a chance to go for a sweep of a 4-game series? That is tough to do. This has been tough tonight as well. Off the end of the bat and popped short. So that's your second out. It's up to Burleson. Alec with a long 2-run homer the other way in the Cardinals' 5th. So part of his 1-4-4 night, his 4th homer. And they're not going to take their chances with Burleson. Don't blame him for that. They will go after Jordan Walker, who has an RBI single of his own.
Probably a wise decision right there for Don Kelly and the Pirates, but one where Jordan Walker, you're starting to see him stay on the ball a little bit better. He's been letting it travel. We saw him drive the ball through the 5-6 hole to bring in a run. Also went the other direction last night in a 3 RBI affair.
A line drive to left would be nice right here. The pitch. That was the pitch to do it, but he took a sweeper for a strike.
Yeah, early in the count, though, that's not what he's looking to drive. He's got an approach here against Ramirez. With 2 strikes, you'll have to battle.
Two on, 2 outs. Weatherholt and Burleson, your runners. 0-2.
Now here's where you really got to watch that sweeper. His last at bat, the RBI single, he laid off of one very close away and was able to find something he could handle to bring in a run.
Cardinals trying to win tonight, pick up a game on the Reds. They got clobbered by Colorado tonight, 13-2. Here it's 5-4. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that will retire the side. Well, it's decision time for the Cardinals. Closing time 2. Riley O'Brien inherits a 1-run lead with Reynolds, O'Hearn, and Ozuna coming up for the Pirates in the 9th inning of Game 3.
There's only incentive.
Well, Mars High School's baseball team is fired up.
Tarps off in Pittsburgh.
It was on for a lot of the day today, and hopefully they're waving victory caps for the Cardinals as Riley O'Brien's on to try to close it out. How about a no-drama ninth? That's a good way to start. 98 on the inside corner.
Just sinker. I'd love to see 3 easy ground balls from Riley O'Brien. You know, he's got the turbo sinker, the slider. He's got the arsenal.
Riley's looking for his 8th save. One thing that's been really, really good for Riley, as hard as he throws, he has had very, very good command. Last 5 games, just 1 walk. Make them earn their way on in a 1-run game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Riley had a hiccup against Seattle the other day, gave up a couple of runs, and took the loss against the Mariners. That was on the 25th. So he's well rested and ready to go to work with Brian Reynolds. Two balls, 2 strikes.
I don't think you can go wrong sticking with that sinker down. That thing's got such action. It's going to be very difficult to lift.
No swing that time, and here we go again. Full count. JJ to his right. Quick release and got his man. Heck of a play for out number 1.
Remember, that's the play that Ollie and the Cardinals coaching staff tasked him to work on more and more is this backhand. He gets around it. This is a hard hit ball. Throw on the run, on the money for out number 1 here in the 9th.
Ryan O'Hearn is next. He is 0 for 4. Line out of reach at third. O'Hearn with a soft single.
Just a doinker right off the end of the bat. 98-mile-an-hour sinker. It came in at 98 and left at 66. How about a ground ball right here? Marcell Ozuna is rolled out twice.
Let's worry about Gonzalez tomorrow afternoon. O'Brien with the tying run at first. Delivers a strike. Breaking ball, a beauty.
So after a sinker in at 98, the big nasty sweeper right there. Now Riley O'Brien has got himself some options. Does he expand a little further out? I think if he could bounce one under the plate, middle down, you'll get him to swing over it.
A 4th double play from Ozuna would be nice. So would a strikeout. 0-2. Long pause pitch. Hey, got him. 3 pitches erases Ozuna. And 2 men are out.
That was the one you were looking for. You wanted it to start on the plate so he would offer at it. That's exactly what happens here. This starts middle, ends up middle away under the zone to get a huge swing and miss.
One more man to get. It's Gonzalez, who singled in the 8th. That was the ball that hit the third base bag. High fly ball, first pitch, deep left. Church at the wall. He's got it again. Up against the wall. Church and the Cardinals hang on and beat the Pirates. Unbelievable grab. The Redbirds don't walk the plank tonight in Pittsburgh.
Chip, the range of emotions on everybody on the field. Riley O'Brien's face, he thinks this is gone off the bat. Deep drive. Church, one of the best defenders in the game, back to the wall and makes the jumping grab. Are you kidding me?
The Cardinals did everything they could to try to gift wrap this game for the Pirates, but somehow, some way, Brad, this young team found a way to survive Game 3.
Look, they ain't always pretty, right? But can you make some big plays when you need to? Can you step up? Can you keep your poise? This team was able to do that. Fantastic play defensively by Church to end it, and that's the biggest thing to remember in a ball game. Look, you might have a day where you don't get anything going at the plate. 0 for 4 was Church today. Makes one of the biggest plays of the night right there with 2 outs. Wow.
I guess I'd be lying if I said we had him all the way tonight.
Had him.
This was one of the more improbable games in what has been the start to a very improbable season for the Cardinals. It is not always going to be pretty. It is sometimes going to be exasperating, Brad, but at the end of the day, who cares as long as you win, because there's no such thing as an ugly one of those.
That is a fact. Ollie very happy with the fight that his team has put up. And look, you learn a lot of lessons throughout ball games. You learn lessons in games that you lose. Certainly can learn some lessons in wins. You'd much rather learn them in a situation like this. But to take the first 3 in this series, what an impressive start so far on the road here in Pittsburgh.
So it's a 5-4 final score. Palante the win. Riley O'Brien picks up the save. And Ivan Herrera, a big night. Danny Wexelman, what a night.
Yeah, Chip, I do have Ivan Herrera. Hey, you just gave a big hug to Dusty Blake. What does that mean to you to share a moment like that after a big win like this?
I mean, just we've been having so much better communication. I think we're always on the same page of what we want to do. So it's been nice to have a great communication with him. Same with all the coaching staff. They've been great. we've been doing a great job out there, man. I'm so proud of these guys.
What's your reaction to Nathan Church's catch at the wall?
I mean, I was kind of, scared that double was going to go out. It's been such a good game. We've been playing hard, and, I thought maybe it was gone, but, we got Church back there that makes all those plays easy.
Let's stick with the pitching for a second, and starting with Andre Palante. What stood out about his performance tonight?
I would say, he's mixing really good, keeping hitters off his fastball because that's his best pitch. He's just been struggling when he falls behind, but today he did great. We got some good counts for strikeouts. We went for it, and he executed a good pitch. He's been dealing with a lot of stuff from last year, but he's putting numbers. He's pitched good almost every single time he's been out there. This guy worked hard, and the work is just paying off for him.
What makes Riley O'Brien so dangerous? He comes in, he's been so clutch.
I mean, his sinker, sweeper, cutter, they're all really good pitches. 20 inches horizontal this side, 20 inches the other way. I mean, I faced him in spring training. I was like, bro, I do not want to face you again. Crush my hands. I'm glad we're in the same thing.
And then for you at the plate, you're able to do damage in a lot of different ways, get on base, make things happen. What's been working for you at the dish?
I mean, just for me, it's just being a team guy. I think early in the year I was trying to force things, try to get hits. That didn't happen. So for me right now, it's just trying to do a little bit every day to help the team win. Just getting on base, running the bases hard, getting the guy over. That's what I've been trying to do. I've been walking a lot. That's nice. I put myself in a position so Burling can bring me in, the guys after me. So they've been doing a great job of that. And just like I say, just do a little bit every day so we can win the games.
Well, we'll see if you guys can go for the mop-up tomorrow. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you.
Chip.
Thank you, Danny. This team finds a way. They were out, hit 9-6, and they hang on for dear life over the final 3 innings, Brad, and have a chance to sweep a 4-game series tomorrow.
Wildly entertaining game, incredibly entertaining series, and I cannot wait for the finale with Hunter Dobbins on the mound.
He'll make his Cardinals debut. Paul Skeens will pitch for the Pirates. Join us for baseball and a cup of coffee in St. Louis as the Cardinals and Pirates wrap up our series at PNC Park. For Danny and Brad, I'm Chip. We will see you bright and early tomorrow for the wrap-up from raucous PNC Park.